It's time. It's time. It happened. It's done. I have a cough drop in my mouth. I have been so excited to be able to read this. From my previous review of The Heir to the Beast, let me tell you, if you like Beauty and the Beast retellings, you need to go check out F.R. Black's Heir to the Beast. It is wonderful. It is spicy. It is on edge. I really felt that, especially as a first book, it was done right. I immediately knew it was going to be one of my comfort reads, reading the description, and they did not disappoint, which was why I was so excited to be chosen to review the next 4 books. Oh my gosh. So I just picked whichever one I wanted to read because I needed to know, do you have to read them in order? Reading them in order does help, yes. Do you have to? No. I followed along pretty well. The sidekick kind of did get me, Stephen. Oh man. You would think a main character would be the favorite in one of these books. No, Stephen was definitely my favorite. He's like in my head. So you're going to have to read this to pick out your own Stephen. In my head, he's like a little troll doll who's maybe 3-4 feet tall, super chunky, and just doped up out of his mind. Stephen is a weed smoker, and it is hilarious. I love his invisibility motto, which I'm not going to tell you about. Made my day, and I've been cracking jokes at work all week about it. You know, just Stephen's invisibility motto, guys. Yeah, that's how good it is. So let's talk about F.R. Black's book, The Prince of the Deep. I love this. So it starts out as kind of like a mafia thief thing. I'm noticing a lot of the books have kind of a mafia feel to it in the beginning. If you have not read anything by F.R. Black or Fairy Godmother Inc., which is like a main thing in this book, Fairy Godmother Inc., just know, all right, I'm going to use my hands. This will sit in my lap. You have these girls, and they're in a life or death situation when magically Fairy Godmother Inc. sends Pierce. Well, normally it's Pierce from the 2 books I've read, who's like, "What up, girl? Guess what? You dying? Do you want to have a chance at happily ever after forever?" And they're like, "Well, yeah, I'm in a dangerous situation. Sign me up." So they get transported to Fairy Godmother Inc., which in my mind is like the giant, I'm trying to combine my words, I'm getting so excited, giant alien spaceship. And then they get to touch this wet thing, and it tells them who they're going to be, because it's kind of like a Hunger Games competition thing where you get your character. And this character, you get to customize with 3 different things. And then Pierce, oh my God, Pierce is like the man. So he goes and tweaks you and Fairy Godmothers you up. He's also the fashion designer. He helps a little bit here and there. He's just like the go-to, even though he's not the go-to. He's the go-to. So these girls are in competition to win these people, who the people are on a multi-world universe kind of thing. So you're literally transported from Earth to this other dimension. And there's these scales of good and evil. And basically what Fairy Godmother Inc. does is they keep the scales balanced, or make sure that one doesn't go over the other. They bring the girls in because the evil side is tipping. And if it tips too much, it spreads like a disease to the other worlds. So these girls got to go in, and they're having this competition, and they're trying to win these people over. And if you just happen to find your true love somewhere else, as long as the competition is won, everyone gets to stay in this new universe. You get lifelines. If you use your lifeline, you're gone. You're out. If the competition ends and it's not true love on both sides, you're gone. You're out. Guess what? If it is, you get to stay and you're happily ever after and get to work with these people to make the world a better place. But the competitions are never easy, and the chance of dying is very, very possible. So I'm like, mermaids. Yeah, no, they're not mermaids. They're nymphs and sirens, and they're really great. I was not disappointed. Okay, I was a little disappointed that I didn't get to read about mermaids, but on the scale of things, it was like a 10% disappointed versus 100% happy. Yeah, I know, I just did like 110%, so I got a cough. Thanks for sticking with me. These allergies are horrible. Allergy buddies, right? So, you get Camilla, and you got Rain, and you got this guy that I think the name's pronounced Baija. I've been calling him B. He's kind of a B. I don't like him. I mean, in the end, I don't like him. So Camilla is supposed to win over B, and she's in competition with the other girls. But then there's other girls who are also like set to win over other people. So she's trying to win him over because she wants all that money. She was actually, like, without giving away too much, in the very first chapter, she was actually on death's door because of something that went wrong, and she was betrayed by the guy that she loves. So she's like, I'm going to win this guy, and I'm going to be a queen, and I'm going to be decked out in jewels, and it's everything I want. He can have mistresses. He can do stuff on the side. It doesn't matter. And then in walks his best friend, Rain. Well, actually, she walked into his room, but that's a different story. Speaking of which, spice level, guys. It is a slow burn. It starts out fast. Definitely a slow burn after that. Because of the stuff, I would not recommend it for anyone that is not, like, I don't really want to put an age limit on it. If you have a child and you have had the sex talk and they have an understanding and they can come to you and ask questions, this is a good book for them. Realistically, I would have not read it if I wasn't like 15, 16. But then again, I wasn't really monitored for my reading material, so I had to make the educated decision on what I should and shouldn't read. Now, as an adult, get it, get it, get it! I yelled. I forgot I have a microphone on. This is the third video, and I've only been wearing it for an hour, so I apologize. So Camilla is trying to win over B, and because he likes her figure, he's like, that's my queen. Everybody else can go away, because they're in a competition on who's going to be queen of this nymph. I got so into the book, I forgot. He might be a Falcon. Y'all, I was not ready for that brain fart. So she wants to be queen. There's like different species of people, and I guess it would be kind of like a race thing, but in a mermaid world. And I'm starting to get confusing. So she wants B. B wants her. Rain wants her. She kind of wants Rain. Rain's like, you're mine. I don't care that he's my best friend. You're mine. You're not going to be happy. You're mine. And he like attaches to her, but I'm not going to tell you what that attachment does. No. Yeah, you got to read to find that one out. Let me say, I was very impressed with how F.R. Black did that. That girl threw me for a loop. I'm like, oh. So I really enjoyed how each character was strong-willed and how the story did end up coming together, because there were a few different plots going on, one of which we didn't really get too much info on. And to see it all work out in the end the way that it did, I was pretty happy. I will say this, at one point there's a meeting on Fairy Godmother Inc., and it's for the yearly Christmas party, which I was really scared, honestly. I did not think it was going to happen for these two. And part of that is because we got thrown for a really big loop. And there had to be a court case. And basically, they almost didn't get their happily ever after. And poor Rain, oh my god, that guy went through so much. I pity the character. Like, I legitimately feel bad for him. I want to wrap him up in a hug and pet his hair and say, it's okay, baby. It's okay. Yeah, that's how much I connected with the character. Well, Camilla, I feel like there was a lot of self-growth in this. The beginning character was way different than the end character. And the transition in between was so smooth, the growth, everything. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I'm pretty sure I gave it a solid 5-star. Like, I really felt like it was a 5-star. Plus, let me see here. I love the detail in the book. Each chapter starts off with pictures, and each one is different. I really like they're the same, but they're different. I really enjoyed that because of the fact it was eye-catching. Now, I will admit, I am one of those people where when you have designs on the papers and things, my eyes don't adjust. I really, really struggle to read it, which is why I can't read the black pages with white words. It causes migraines, eye stress. It's bad. This book, I had no issues with. The way they did this, it actually has a white outline around the black words that are in the photo. So you have that space difference. It's easier to adjust with, it's easier to read. I was so happy and so impressed. I didn't even realize that the words were actually covering the photos until about a third of the way in. And I'm like, oh, and I'm able to read this. Cool. All in all, super happy with it. This series actually just released its hardback books as well on Amazon. So if you like paperbacks or hardbacks, there are options. And oh, there's Kindle too. It's not on Kindle Unlimited, but the Kindle books are really good. I greatly enjoyed mine when I read Heir to the Beast the first time, which I got that physical copy too. Double check in my videos for the review on that. Just, yeah, one of my favorite books now. So highly... Sorry, I saw something out my window. It was a bird! But not a plane. Highly, highly recommend checking this out. If you like retellings, it does have its own world. It definitely does feel like its own story, but it does kind of tangle in on The Little Mermaid. I love it. This is actually book 4, so I still have to read book 2 and 3. But cannot recommend this enough. It was actually so good before it was publicized. Fairy Loot picked up the series, and they did all the books, special edition, hardcover, sprayed edging. It was like $600 for all the books. I think there were 8. And now that the contract's up and all those have been sold, we finally get it on Amazon. So what are you waiting for? Go get it. Go check it out. Leave your review. And definitely check out the other videos, because I am going to be popping out a lot of these review videos and I need views. Take pity on the allergy-filled woman. All right, go check it out. The next one, I'm thinking I'm either going to read The Elfin Crown or The Crystal Commander. It's a really big toss-up, and I've kind of had a book funk going on, so we'll just see. In the meantime, I am reeling from this. I am still so excited that they got their happy ending. Even if it didn't work out the way that I thought it was going to and was completely different than where I was going. And, you know, the twists and turns in it, it was kind of mind-blowing. Go check it out. Go do things. Read outside. This, I can tell you right now, would be perfect outside in a lawn chair with a Long Island iced tea. Just saying. Bye, guys.